Hey everyone, and happy Spider Monday. That's right, it's Spider Monday. I hope you all have procured your Spider-Man tickets, because let me tell you, it was crazy when they went on sale last night. I was up all night trying to get those things. And then it came to me, the answer, the solution to the problem. Because you see, sites all over the world went down. The internet imploded, and no one could buy their tickets online. Some could, but most weren't so lucky. So I came up with a plan. I called my local theater and was like, hey, would it be possible for me to drive up there and procure some Spider-Man tickets? And they were like, sure, but we close in like 8 minutes. And I was like, I'll be right there. And so away we went. Went so fast down that road, I was surprised a cop didn't stop me. But even if they had, they might have given me an escort, because I'm sure every cop in this city knows how important Spider-Man is. Either way, I got to the movie theater and went up to the box office and introduced myself as Gasmask 360, and they said, Mr. Gasmask, big fan of your channel. Since you're not monetized yet, we can't give you any proper, advertisement. But we can sell you some Spider-Man tickets. And I was like, okay, I think that'll compensate. So I paid my local theater almost $100 to procure 5 IMAX Spider-Man No Way Home tickets for me and family and friends. Now I hope that the rest of you will have luck getting your tickets, and that you have. Because I tell you, getting stuff online these days is, it's pretty tricky. It took me quite a while to procure an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5, considering, bots were at the ready to scoop everything up somehow. However that mumbo-jumbo works on the internet. But, yeah, it was pretty crazy, but I outsmarted them. I outsmarted them this time. I would also like to share my own personal experience with Spider-Man on Spider Monday. I think this is a good day to do it. Now, you see, I saw Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, in theaters when it first came out. And I thought Spider-Man was the coolest superhero that ever existed. I wasn't too aware of many superheroes that did exist at that point in time, so it's probably easy to just call Spider-Man my favorite superhero back then. And he was for a long time. I liked Spider-Man and I liked Batman. It would only be later, after the first Iron Man came out, with Robert Downey Jr., that Iron Man would surpass Spider-Man for me. But of course, those Spider-Man movies were, long since done with, and it was time for a new hero to take up the mantle. But this is about Spider-Man, not Batman, not Iron Man, not anyone else, just Spider-Man. Yes, I do think that Spider-Man 2 with the Doc Ock is the best Spider-Man movie we've ever had. And that's another Tobey Maguire movie. And I'll be quite honest, when I think back on it, I think Tobey Maguire has had the better track record of Spider-Man movies than Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland. And I'm not going to say one way or another whether I think that Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland are bad Spider-Men. I don't really think that. Um, if I had to rank them, Andrew Garfield is my least favorite. Therefore, the Amazing Spider-Man movies are my least favorite. Because at least Spider-Man 3, with Bully Maguire, as he's known, and whatnot, is so meme-heavy that it saves the film. Whereas Amazing Spider-Man 1 with Andrew Garfield was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing. Ironic. And then Amazing Spider-Man 2, yeah, no. Just no. I have a theory that the ending of that movie, since that's where they cut it off at, when after Gwen Stacy's dead and, it's been a year since Andrew Garfield has been active as Spider-Man, and then Rhino is causing havoc in the city. I have a theory that Spider-Man died in that fight. Yes, I think that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man died a heroic death fighting Rhino. Maybe he took Rhino with him. But I think he made a heroic sacrifice purposefully to be reunited with the love of his life again, Gwen Stacy. But, he'll come back in probably No Way Home along with Tobey Maguire and all that, and it'll be whatever. But we'll just have to see. But, yeah, so Amazing Spider-Man had one good movie, one okay movie. So it's at the bottom of the Spider-Man movie list for me. Now, Tom Holland, I loved Spider-Man Homecoming. That was the first one, right? That was the first one, right? I hope so. I'm sure you'll correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. You always do. But yeah, the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, I think, was amazing. Finally Peter Parker was, actually, high school kid. Wasn't in his 30s. They changed up quite a bit for a lot of the characters, but I think that first one was really good. And then, funny enough, the second Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, yes, Homecoming was the first one, Far From Home's the second movie, and then we have No Way Home. So I was right. Ha ha ha. But yeah, so No Way Home was interesting, because I'd always wanted to see Mysterio on the big screen. Always thought he was such a cool Spider-Man villain. And for the most part, I thought they did a good job with some of the stuff in that film. But I look back on it, and it's not as memorable or anything as I recall. Had some good ideas, but beyond that, it was okay. It wasn't great. So I think in that regard, so far Tobey Maguire wins as just having a better track record of Spider-Man movies. Because at least he has two, good films. He has one good film, one really good film, and then a really meme-heavy film. So I think he just wins because of that. And then Andrew Garfield, okay film, not okay film. And then Tom Holland, really good first film. Okay, decent second film. Okay film. Okay second film. So we'll see with No Way Home. I can only imagine the hype surrounding, this movie. So far the leaks are true. So far the leaks, I praise you if you've been able to keep away from them. But so far the leaks have been true for what's actually been confirmed. So I do hope that, we get to see our boys I do hope we get to see our boys. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, we'll see you guys. Happy Spider Monday. I'll catch you later. Peace out.